Hello, welcome everyone. Uh, this is our first class and about mathematics. This mathematics is different from the average mathematics because it's a topic that was never discussed. It was bearing. So the bearing itself suggests something how you can actually identify the direction in terms of degree. Let's say I have to go to east to west, or I can say that west to east. So what is the direction? So if I draw something like this is a north direction, and this is east direction, and this is west, and this is south. So I have said that I have to go to north to east. So I have to take a 90-degree turn. So this direction is if I ask you to go to northeast direction at 90 degree or 45 degree, then you have to go this way. So this angle particularly suggests that where to go. So in terms of aviation, where navigations happen, so they count these values in terms of degree, so that it is easy for them to identify the direction whenever they go to the ocean residing. So that is the thing. That is the thing here, but we have to understand the rules how to solve the problems because if you are a navigator or whatever, you can use it. So if you want to go to a direction where there is nothing mentioned as a road, because in a road it is easy to identify, but whenever in ocean you don't identify as a road, you identify the degrees like from here to there, north to east, south to west. So you can actually identify the northeast. So that's why you need bearing. So bearing posit very important for your directional essential part. Okay. So let's not just talk about the details here because you will eventually learn it by yourself. Okay. So here we are talk about how you actually can identify the bearings. Let's say uh, they give you that 90-degree bearings on okay 90-degree bearings. Okay, let's say 90-degree bearings. So how you calculate it? Always remember you have to start with from north, or either case you start from south, but approximately it is start from north. So if you start from north, what is the direction 90 degree? Okay, it is 90 degree. So that is the east point. So that is your 90-degree bearing. So from A to E, or you can say that from north to east. But when it they say that 120-degree bearing, so how you can actually calculate it? So you have to go to this portion is A, so you have to go this way, and this is B. So from A to B bearing is 120 degree. So there is another case will come that they will ask you that what is B to A bearing? That is A to A B bearing, and what is B to A? So you have to start from B, and you have to give a okay. If I use another pen, that would be a passive one. Okay. Green would be a better. Okay, so if you start from these, you have to give the north direction, and then you have to start from here. So from here to here. So you have to count this. So this particular angle and this particular angle are alternate angle. You know that what is alternate angle? That is this kind of two parallel lines have a traverse. So that is called your alternate angle. So that is 120. So this is 180. So what is the bearing? You have to calculate by 120 plus 8 is equal to 8 times 2 0 1. That is 300 degree. So from B to A bearing is 300 degree. From A to B is bearing is 120 degree. So that's how you can actually calculate the bearings. So let's solve the math so that you can actually have deeper understanding about this kind of thing. So let's say this particular problem is given. I will solve it. It's written. Okay. The figure shows the positions O, A, B, C. These are the positions. O is the this point. So O is the north side, and is this side A, B, C. Okay, so that is given. Find the bearing of A from O. So A from O means O to A. So you have to go from O to A. So here is the O. So this is O, and you need to go to A. So this is your A. So you need 33-degree bearings. Okay, bearing should be written as like this format: zero, and as in like three digits. You have to use three digits. So if there is no two digit, you have to use zero in front of the two digits. So that's how you can actually identify the bearings. So 030 degree. So the bearings of A from O, or O to A, is 33 degree. The second one is the what is the bearing of B from A? That means O to B. That is O to B. B from O means O to B. So you have to choose it. So now 33 degrees. So you have to come to this way. So that is where B. Now this particular angle is 90, and you have to add 28 with 90 degrees. So your angle would be 28 plus 90, 98. It's like 11. So 180 degrees. Sorry, I made a mistake. 98. Oh, that is okay. So is it okay? Yeah, man, that is really okay. So if you're at 100, 100 is like 18. Okay, that is 18 degrees. So that is your bearing. So this particular is 180 degree. This particular is 030 degree. That is your bearing. So there is another question from C. That means O to C. So you have to go to this side and then come to here. So all the way down. So this particular is 180 degree. So this is 90 degree. To reduce 44 from 90, it will give you 6, and it will be 8. That was 8 4. It's like 46. So this is 46. So you have to add up 180 plus 46. That is 326. So that is 326 degree. Last is D from O. So D from is always come from this way. So that is like you have to reduce 360 minus 39. So you will get, so 30 is 330 and 221. Okay, 321. So that is answer is 321 degree. So that can actually come up with a bearing problem. So if I actually make something assumption, and like if they ask you that to the particular portion, that is A, that is B. So it given 130 degree. So if they ask you that what is A to B bearing, so you can say that that is 130. What is B to A? So you have to calculate it. You have to draw a line from north side and you have to draw the curve. So this particular angle is 180 degree, and this particular is alternate to this angle. So 130 degree. So if you add 180 plus 130, that will give you two, 310. So this particular thing is 310 degree. So that is how you can actually solve the bearing. So that is whole part from this portion. I hope you understand the bearings, and never fear that bearings is hard one. Bearings is easy. You just need to catch up with your idea, like how degrees are work. So where to start, where to go. Let's say you want to know the direction of in an ocean, so you can actually understand that if they say you to go to northwest, northwest or northeast, or or southwest or southeast, so that's how you can actually understand that. So that is all for from my part. Thank you.